Overcoming various setbacks, Bangladesh ready-made garments sector is back on track, boosted by improved work environment in the factories and policy support from the government. Business in RMG sector has increased 2.5 times in the last 1 decade. This sector now accounts for more than 83% of Bangladesh's total export earnings, a 4% increase in the last 1 decade. The industry experienced major blows due to the Tajdin fashion factory fire in 2012 and the Rana Plaza collapse in 2013. The incidents were a major setback for the industry, with international buyers calling to ensure safety of the factory workers. However, the industry has recovered with significantly improved working conditions. The biggest achievement in the garment sector in the last 1 decade is the improved work environment in terms of labor safety. It played a major role in recovering the image of the sector, Center for Policy Dialogues Research Director Khondokar Golam Moazzem told. Moreover, use of advanced technology by 20% of the factories has proven vital in increasing production, he added. However, he regretted that labor rights are still ignored in many cases. Irregular demonstration on RMG workers due to various injustices are still a thorn in the sector despite the bright market. RMG workers took to the streets for 9 days over the last 2 weeks, demanding equality in wages. The government decided to increase the wage in 6 grades to address the injustice. Relations between owners and workers are not improving. This is one of the biggest challenges of the industry. RMG Industry Mohammadi Group's managing director Rubana Haq regretted. Vast headquarters are taking advantage of the weakness as we are failing to set our goal due to irregular labor protests, Rubana added. However, the factory-related sources said the most of the factories received more work orders this year than previous years. Also, the industry has reduced its dependency on traditional markets such as US, European Union countries and Canada and expanded its business in new countries. RMG industry has expanding the business in countries like China, Brazil, Japan, Russia, Turkey, Australia and India. Last year, 16% of the total exports was made in relatively new markets. According to the statistics of Bangladesh Garment Manufacturers and Exports Association, 1250 factories closed down in the last 5.5 years, while 300 to 350 factories were open in this span of time. Productivity of the new factories is more than that of the closed ones, and 80 among of those new factories are environment friendly. The government also supporting the industry through policy support. This week, the National Board of Revenue reduced tax at source on exports to 0.25% from the previous percentage of 0.6%. According to the Export Promotion Bureau, export earnings from the RMG sector stood at USD 30.61 billion in 2017-18 fiscal year. The amount was USD 12.34 billion in 2008-9 fiscal year. Exports have increased by 15.65% in first 6 months, July to December of 2018-19 fiscal year. Exports soared 9.98% in the EU market, 20% in the Canadian market and 36% in the newer market. Export in the US market also saw an increase of 18.93% in this time. Exports in the US market declined after Rana Plaza collapse but recovered since January last year. The experts related to the industry think that the trade war between US and China has also played a role in increased work order from US. The work orders have increased immensely in recent times, said former Vice President of Bangladesh Knitwear Manufacturers and Exporters Association Mohammad Hatem. But he added that the factory cannot take all the orders as the price offered by the buyers is relatively low. Increased production costs dip our efficiency to compete with others. Moreover, the time frame of supply has reduced half to 60 days, while transporting the supply to Chattogram port from factory alone takes 7 to 10 days, he added. CPD's Golam Moazzem said the factories with big investment and advanced technology will prosper in RMG sector in the coming days. Moreover, he added that dealing with environment pollution and end of the duty-free access to the EU market in 2027 as a result of elevation to developing countries status will be major challenge the sector face in coming days.